What if I told you 50 Shades of Grey, the Lord of the Rings text adventure game, and Cronenberg's The Fly had a love child? Well, you'd probably be really confused as to what I was talking about. I'd probably spend a few minutes explaining what I meant, and yeah, that'd be weird, right? Anyways, welcome to Lewd Reviews, where you could be doing anything else, but here you are. The game I'm talking about today is Corruption of Champions. It's made by Phenoxo, and it deviates greatly from most lewd games. You see, most lewd games wind up so obsessed with the visuals and making sure that the characters and scenes look good, they forget to make it a game, and you end up with a visual novel. How engaging. The developers of Corruption of Champions, however, went the other way. They worked on the gameplay and interactive systems to the point they forgot to make any visuals, and just made a novel. Wait, it's all connected. It's always been book! So this game's graphics don't exist. So there's occasionally some pictures of the character over to the side, but for the most part, this is what you see. A little window in the middle that describes the scene and what's happening. A small banner to the left that gives your party status, and a map to the right. And that's it. This is the only lewd game I'd say is safe to play in an office. If anyone walks past and looks over, just say it's a new data entry tool you're trying out. I guess I may as well use this section to talk about the writing. Let's read some excerpts. With the hardest part done for him, Brent's a lot less careful than he might otherwise be, lifting you right off the ground with his giant hands around your waspish hips. He runs his stiff, veiny right across your balls as he searches for purchase. The lip of his blunted cockhead finds your cavernous asshole. And slips inside. A grunt of satisfaction in your ear as Brent rams himself home. Cavernous. So the writing is great. The words are full of vivid detail and they drip with lascivious flavor. While breaking out the thesaurus and being as verbose as I can, I do need to mention not everything is written by one person. So there's a bit of a problem this game has where the narrator seems to shift around, and it's pretty easy to tell that multiple people had their cocks in this pie. One of the best parts of being a text-based game, in my opinion, is the fact you're not limited by visual details. Similar to how Dwarf Fortress can be the most complex game because you don't see the complexity, so you're able to include a lot more in the game. This game has amazing character customization and options for one. I don't even really know where to start in that. When you make your character at the beginning, you're not actually committed to any part of it. You're able to use potions to change any part of yourself at any time. Do you suddenly hate being a wolfman and you instead want to be a cowgirl? Down a few potions and away you go. Now that you're a cowgirl, do you hate only having 2 breasts like a human does? With the right potion, you can have as many nipples as you want. If you don't pay attention to what happens to your character, by the time this game is over, you're going to be looking like Tetsuo at the end of Akira. One of the fun facets of the transformation system is that the game can be as LGBTQ inclusive as you want it. So long as you understand the alchemy system, you can make whatever/whoever you want. Finally, an all-inclusive game. Moving on from the writing quality, let's have a look at the contents. What's the story of this game? Well, at the beginning of the game, you help Kate to go find her sister, who was captured by a group of cultists. When you arrive at the cult hideout, you watch in horror as her sister is pulled through a portal, and a large demoness comes out. The game is about trying to recover her sister and stop the demon from spreading her corruption over the land. Or alternatively, you can give in to the corruption and wallow in it, becoming transformed by the demon's power and your depravity. Whether you want to defeat the demon mommy or you want to be her personal toy, either way, you're going to wind up playing a cat and mouse game, chasing her all over and beating up her cronies, while she laughs from the sidelines like the worst kind of helicopter parent. So, this game plays similarly to a JRPG. You take turns, and each turn you pick your action and what you want to do. There's not really much to talk about on that front, except for the fact that there's a class you can pick at the beginning of the game called Charmer, and it stands out amongst the others. They play like bards do in a pickup game of D&D. They try and seduce everyone they meet. In the middle of combat, you can attack the enemy's lust defense to make them too horny to fight, leaving them a quivering pile. So if you've ever wanted to play a silver-tongued bard in a D&D campaign, but your DM didn't want to put up with all that, then here you go. This game is great fun, and it has something to make everyone happy. The game's only $11.50 Canadian dollars, or 9 American shekels on Steam, or if you're cheap, you can go to the developer's site and play it for free. Man, why are so many of these games available for free through the devs? These guys seem really generous. Oh, that's why. Yeah, if I had $33,000 coming in each month on Patreon, I'd be a really nice guy too. The game comes on Android, but the buttons and text are really small on a phone. It also works in browser in case you didn't want to download the game at all. So with everything considered, this game gets 8 cans of Monster Energy out of 10. I like the game. It's quite fun, and it's basically a big sandbox to mess around in. Phenoxo's actually working on another game right now called Trouble in Tainted Space. Very similar to this game, but more sci-fi instead of fantasy. Thanks for watching. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. It lets me know that I should make more of these. Have a splendid day, you coomers.